Today we want to talk about Faith Promise. Faith Promise is an integral part of our church because we have missionaries throughout the world, and we're called Greater Grace World Outreach. And not only do we have missionaries overseas, we have conventions here every year, but we also have people in our church that are involved in Faith Promise. They're intimately involved in the process of supporting missions. So today I want to ask you, why is Faith Promise, you could say, heavy on your heart? Why is it important to you?
Faith Promise is when you, by faith, before God, ask God to give you a number of money per month that you can give to missions. And why is it important? We have seen God answer our prayers and give us this amount of money in our personal life, our budget, so that we can give it to missions. Whether that's a small amount of money like $15 a month or $50 or $150. And why is it important? It supports the vision and the mission of reaching people with the message of Christ, which is what we do. And it builds up the believer individually. It makes him a good steward of his resources, his income. It helps him understand the importance of what we do, what our New Testament is telling us, to go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. So our financial resources is important in supporting these workers that go abroad.
Okay, that's beautiful. So then, once someone is like giving to Faith Promise, how is this like important to them in their life as they give? Like, what are the benefits that they can receive? Or what can you imagine a person sitting in our church that's giving by faith? Well, how does that affect their life?
They see the work of God. They ask God for a number. God gives them the money that they need every month. They're able to give. It builds them up in the faith. They're exercised in compassion. They're exercised in faith. They're supporting body members, generally people that they know that are abroad, that are working and ministering. And so it's part of the family. We're part of the family. It's a team effort that my money can help somebody abroad who is working and laboring in the field to minister to people.
Yeah, it makes our church one, right? It's a labor isn't alone out on the field and trying to doing it alone. He's connected to a body member also here in the church.
Yeah.
And so how does that affect like our church? Like, how does it link our church together in terms of, Faith Promise giving? Why is it important for our church?
Our church has been teaching and believing in the Great Commission. It's a great commission because it's coming from a great God. It has great effects because the Holy Spirit does the work. It is greatly resisted. It's a great commission from a great God for a great purpose, and it's done that it glorifies God. And so we're part of a great mission and a great work. My little part can go a long way.
And then the other thing, okay, someone gives by faith, right?
Yes.
There's someone in the church. How do they start off to know how to give or what to give? How do they hear from God, and how do they stay committed to their commitment? And and how do they enjoy the whole process, or how do they participate in this process? How do you envision?
Well, yeah, there needs to be a starting point every year, because this is not a pledge that is a life pledge that is all of my life. It's a year by year pledge. The starting point for my pledge is convention time, the end of June in Baltimore when we do our international convention. This is our Faith Promise time where I approach this subject again after 1 year of having giving monthly, that I have a starting point is now June or July, and I fill out a card, I make a pledge, and I say, Lord, I want to believe you for this amount of money every month in the next 12 months, and I want to see your faithfulness in giving me the money that I need in order to help and support missions.
Yeah. How can how can you imagine like a person staying intimate with their giving, so it's like it's before their face, they're making this sacrifice for something, sacrificing something for the sacrifice of actually giving something, giving a gift? How can you imagine it happening in somebody's life?
I feel that it grows more and more. You just end up being so happy about the fact that you are helping. You begin to think, wow, I spend a lot of money to live. My insurance, electric bills, gas, car payment, whatever. I spend a lot of money, and it's kind of out the window. Like my money is gone.
Yeah.
But in this case, I have this amount of money that I know I'm giving it to God for this reason, and I'm supporting missions, which is deep in my heart and in my faith, that I would like people to know about Jesus.
So you're participating in the evangelizing the world, reaching a lost soul with the gospel. Yeah. Even though it's resisted, you can imagine when someone seeing the faithfulness of God in this, when they commit to it, right?
Yeah, it is rewarding, and very happily I do it because I know that money can be spent many ways, but I have a good conscience about this fact that this amount of money is used for this reason.
Yeah, it's like making your circumspect decisions about where your money's going.
Oh, that's a big deal. Yeah, circumspect decisions.
Yeah.
Calculated, thought out decisions about money.
Yeah, you don't waste it.
You're not wasting it, yeah.